Does Vedas talk of liberation? Interestingly, the initial parts of the Vedas do not talk of liberation. They say, there are the things that I want: good life, healthy body. I must live very long. I must have lots of milk and butter to consume, and also meat. There are places where the Vedas talk very liberally of meat of all kinds. They say, I want all these things like the common man. They don't say that I want liberation. So the difference is not that there is desire over there and there is lesser desire over here. The difference is that we are hypocrites. We desire and yet we pretend that we do not because we are afraid. They are not afraid. They are real dudes. They said, if I want something, I will go out and announce. If I want something, I will go out and announce, yes, I want it, fine. And that's the reason why ultimately they say their wants getting dissolved. Whereas most of us inwardly, there are just so many desires, boiling, melting, fusing into one. But outwardly, we pretend that we are religious, spiritual, moral, what not. And that has happened with all the Indic religions. That's the case with, in fact, religions in general. Everywhere is the same case. It's difficult to find a bigger hypocrite than the religious man. He wants all the things that the irreligious man or the atheist does. But he pretends that he does not. So what does he create? He creates back doors and underground tunnels to fulfill his desires in the dark of the night. Pakhand, wanting the same thing, but not having the guts to acknowledge. Self-observation. Atma Vidya is about having guts to see what lies within. It's not difficult to see, it's difficult to acknowledge. Do you understand this? It's not difficult to see. How is it difficult to see? These are your own insights. How can it be difficult to see? You are the experiencer of all your desires. Are you not? If you do not know, who does? Nobody knows better than you. The kinds of desires that keep swarming within. We are not blind. We are just dishonest. We know. We do not acknowledge. That acknowledgement is everything. And that's why I ask you to post your reflections on the community. And that's why you dread posting reflections, because you know that your fact is too terrible to be posted. Do you understand why there is such a low rate of your post to the community? And several of you are so smart that they have found ingenious shortcuts. They take my words and post there. That's their reflection. Some of them don't ever bother to take my words. They simply take my posters and put there. And they say, now we are unblocked. You might be unblocked on the community. You will not be unblocked in life. Some say sheer genius, and fellows says posting for unblocking genius. That's where you are stuck. You know, the hell hole that your insides are. I just want you, I request you to be bold enough to accept that. If you will not accept that, you are stuck in hell. There is no way you can move out. It's not at all coincidental that you do not want to reflect. And it's not just about, members of the community, the general members, even people within the foundation. Rarely do they post anything of any consequence. On the other extreme are people who appear like pouring their hearts out. But that too is a way of deception. Because you are writing so much just so that the writing substitutes for being. I have written so much and that is enough. Now I don't need to change. See, I have done so much. What have you done? Written, and that suffices. There are those who block change by not writing at all. And there are those who substitute change with writing too much. Maya Maha Thagni Hum Jani. Now what do? I am helpless in this regard. Sometimes I just check it all away and say fine. Let me just thrash someone and have a good time and go to sleep. How much can one waste oneself on people who just are determined to stay where they are? Getting it? The more you are inwardly conscious of your internal rot, the more you will be afraid of opening up to life. The more you remain guarded. It's not that you are an introvert. The bigger reason is that you have secrets to hide, and the society has said, if you tell the others about your weakness and the rot and all the disease and everything, then that person will look unfavorably at you. So your social standing, your self-worth is gone, and that's the problem. The Lok Dharma, the Lok Sanskriti, the culture we are brought up in, it places too much value on the way people look at us. The reason why we become dishonest, not that we are liars. An environment is created in which lying becomes necessary. If the fellow in front of you is something who cannot stand the facts, what is he incentivizing you to do? He is incentivizing you to lie. And that's the kind of environment that exists in the society. If you just expose the facts, there will be disdain and discarding and disapproval. Whereas you are considered respectable and acceptable if you just keep presenting pleasant lies.